Welcome back to Kerbal Hard and Uncut. Last time I made a boo-boo. I forgot to plant a flag while we're on the moon because we had an end of episode. It's not the episode's fault, it's my fault. So we have 2 missions for putting flags on the moon. And I have not done them. I'm going to have to send a crew back. Now we could take that craft that's in orbit, but I don't think it's got the fuel to go all the way down and come all the way back up again because we wasted fuel. And I don't think that the top component is capable of doing it either. It's about I want to say 12 to 1300 meters per second I would need. I think it's tight. I don't want to risk it because we've got a pilot on board. So is there anything else on the moon that we can do? We can put another outpost on. That would solve our problem. We'll just do the same mission again, but we won't pick anybody up on the way. Okay, so we'll definitely do that. That gives us that task. We have to still dock. Right, we still have to dock. Now, I had a craft in mind. Is there anything else? Orbit of Kerbin. Don't want to do any of those. Oh, what's that? Jansi. Wow, that is a lot for in low moon orbit. Are we going to repeat the same thing completely again? I think I'm going to have to. I think we are actually going to have to do it. Right. We'll take that. We're not in a hurry to complete those. We can get to them. We've got time. Right. So what we do need to do is get the crew back because we've got multiple missions held up at the moment by that. We've got the two basically rescue Kerbals mission that we need to think about. So that's that one. And we've got the docking. I want to get those missions out of the way, then we'll deal with the flag planting missions again in the future at some point. Right. So I need a craft. The craft I want is Mun 6. There we go. So Mun 6 is a variant of our... No, it's not Mun 6. It's not that. It's not Mun 6. It's Runaway 3. Runaway 3. That's the one. Runaway 3 is basically Runaway 2 with an extra pod, so we can grab another Kerbal. There we go. Now thinking about it, I could actually send just 2 Runaway 2s up now. But let's do this. I don't know if this should work. I'm hoping this works. This thing just needs to orientate itself properly. I'm actually wondering about the position of those RCS ports. Let's move those RCS ports quickly while I'm thinking about it. And we'll put them just there. Underneath there. There we go. Wonderful. That's better. Right. It's got antennas. It has a probe core in here, I believe. So this thing is going to go. We're going to go and do it. Save it. Make sure there's no crew on board. Get out, because I need all of that space. We'll put the pilot and the 2 pilots up there, scientist down the bottom. If the scientist explodes, it's not my fault. Is pretty much the vibe I'm going for on that one. We've got... It should be okay. I think mass density wise, it should be okay. It should go through the atmosphere okay. I'm assuming it's going to be okay. If it's not, well, that's my problem. Right, let's launch it. We could lose 3 crew on atmospheric entry, actually. That's a good point. I haven't even looked at the aero on this thing. I'm assuming that the heat shield on the bottom will actually pull it into alignment, but yeah, that would be problematic at best. Right, so we've got about 12 minutes and the police have come out again because it's obviously that time of year that thank you very much, they've heard of what's going on. Interestingly, last episode, no police, and I messed up. So what have we learned? The police are obviously there to guide me and make sure that I know what's going on. That's what it is. Right, that's on full. Fire the engines, let's get going. Let's get this thing to the moon as quickly as possible, please. And then we can actually see also where that next Kerbal is positioned, because that could be quite interesting for us, I think. Now, of course, this thing is flying with a probe core, so we don't have Kerbal on board. It's Kerbal free, which also means signal required and electricity, so we need to remember that. Of course, we do get a lot of electricity from these engines when they're running, so that's not a problem for this bit. We've got solar panels on the body of the craft down there, so they'll open up when we get into the space. What am I doing? You know what? Go faster than that. We're in a hurry. Come on. Get this thing over. Right. So I need to be aiming for... Oh, we've lost engines. There we go. Get rid of those. They can just explode in the atmosphere. We can get this thing starting to turn over a bit. I think I want to be about 45 degrees about now. And we'll just hold it about 45 degrees. That's fine. Just hold it there. All right. Get ourselves up through there. So let's have a look. So these are the, yeah, we've got the swivel. So we've got the 3 swivel engines on at the moment, which are not as effective down low as the Reliance, which are on the first 2 engines. But we get going okay. You know what, I should have put a little nose cone on this just to make it a bit more aerodynamic, or even a fairing. I could actually put a fairing around the whole thing, but I have not. I have refused to do that because, you know, that's what I'm like. Right, here we go. Get that to there. Good stuff. We're now at 94 as an APWAP, sorry. So we'll just pop that to there, get that to there. Going on and on and on. We're just going to, well, how much do I need to get into orbit? Let's have a look. What do I need? Add maneuver. Get me into orbit, please. Rough and ready. That's okay. 96. That's a 45-second burn. Okay, so we can actually we can time warp to that. That's good. Oh, actually, you know what? We can time warp properly to that instead of time warping with silly speed. Right. And we can actually do that. What's my electricity like? It's okay. I'll get that. I'll get the antenna and everything out. In fact, we'll get the antenna out now, if I remember rightly. Just pop the antenna out. There we go. Right. I want to get this thing. I'm not ready with the antenna yet, so we'll just do that. Fire the engine. Pop this on the thing there. Right. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to extend antenna. And then I'm also going to put, now you would never normally do this, obviously, in real life. You would never put your solar panels out while you're actually going at full chat, as it were, particularly low down, because this is all over above the atmosphere. There would still be air particles and stuff that would be hitting. So, you know, you have stuff, things like that. I believe SpaceX had some of their Starlink satellites recently because of the solar storm. It wasn't so much the solar storm that caused problems, but the change in the height of the atmosphere of the Earth. You got more particulates there, and the drag went up, and so because of that, they had a slight problem whereby they deorbited themselves, which I thought was quite interesting, actually. Right, there we go. That's nice. That is now in orbit. Now we've got to get to the moon. Right, there we go. Set as target. Thank you very much. I want to come back to my thing, and we'll do old school. Yeah, we'll do old school. Right, so to there. Warp there. Thank you very much. Very much. Right, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I do love a bit of old school flying here. Thank you very much. Turn the whole craft round nice and quickly. Turn the whole craft round. It's 7 minutes we're on. We're on 7 minutes left. So we're about halfway through the episode. We're in orbit. That's not bad, considering I chatted at the start for so long. Right. No, this way, please. Head back. Is that the moon I can see coming over the horizon? There's a song about that. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? I can't remember who sang that, actually. I should remember that. Not massively a music-y person. And, you know, pretty much my music choice selection died out in 2002, primarily when I went to university. And then I think that's what happens. I think you end up, as you get older... Oh, there we go. You end up, as you get older, having, like, music from a certain time period that you stop taking on board any more music. That is a bit of a late burn for us, but this is a good quick burning engine, so that should be a bit better, actually. Oh, this is interesting. We're almost on the ascending node, so we might actually get an equatorial-ish orbit, even though our inclination's not, shall we say, the best. Do that up to there, actually, just get it a bit better. Right, relative inclination 1.6, so we're actually 1.6 degrees out. So potentially, if we tried to do a rendezvous here, I think it would have been potentially a problem. I think it's very hard to miss the moon if you're anywhere near the equator, though. So that's not a concern. Oh, we've actually run out of the fuels. So we'll just do that. Thank you very much. And then pop back into here because I need to throttle the engine down when it gets near to our target. Right, there we go. Focusy view. Now, our actual target is this one, isn't it? Set as target. Right, so I want to... What's our relative in 4 degrees? Oh, that's a big inclination difference, actually. Oh, now who's that? That's Wilfred. Where's the other guy that we're supposed to be rescuing? Where is he? We did take that mission, didn't we? Right, we'll stop that there. We did take that mission. I'm sure we had the mission to take. Did we? From orbit. Where's Jancy? Oh. Oh, really? You're in the same orbit. Wow. Well, that creates an interesting situation, doesn't it? Which way around are you going? I don't know which way you're going even. Anyway, warp to there, please. I've got distracted. Got distracted by all this stuff. We have got electricity, haven't we? Yes, there we go. Right. How much are we doing fuel-wise? We've got loads of the fuelage. Loads of the fuelage. Right. We're going to come to here. Warp there. Thank you very much. We're getting signal from Kerbin, which is very nice. We're going to put this thing into retrograde. There we go. Put that in. Do that to there. Now, how close am I to be able to get a... Oh, I could. I actually could, couldn't I? Oh, this could be a perfect one. If I've got the thrust on this, I could actually do this. Let's think. Is it possible? It might be. It might be possible to get us to do a dive there and then recover right onto target. Let's see. It's going to use a lot of fuel up. No, I don't think it's worth it. It's going to be 500, and then yeah, I think we're actually getting a bit carried away there. What I was thinking was, if we did a dive, and I could have done a radial burn, going to dive in there, we could have potentially grabbed it before hitting, grabbed the orbit before, or the rendezvous before going into the ground, and then just leveled out again. But that leads to craziness. Let's be entirely honest. Right, so I want to pull this up to 0. There we go. What's it at? So is that there? Is that 0? There we are. Perfect. 100. 100 is acceptable. 100 is acceptable. Right, we're going to warp it to there. Do that. Got 2.5 minutes. Now, what's that do to my orbit? It's not brilliant. We are... Oh, we're above, so it's actually going to go past us really quickly. That's annoying. So we may end up having to do multiple orbits to get an encounter, but that could be worse. It could be a lot worse. It's not a problem. Right. Speedy weedy. Let's go, 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 go. Let's see. Do that there. So we're going to do that. We're going to put that there. We're going to do our burn. We're going to do our burn now. There we go. Just do the burn. Right. So this thing, yeah. So this is pretty much our previous one with just that added in the middle. There's nothing else done to it. And there we go. I think that should be us pretty much. What's our ascending descending node? It's 0, I think. Is it right? There we go. That's -1. That's close enough. Right. Add maneuver. Do that. Ooh. That's interesting. Oh, now. That is interesting. I didn't think it was going to be that. I thought we would. The orbital speed was just going to be completely out there. Let's have a look. Am I able to get closer? This is quite extreme. No. What about a bit of this? Or a bit of this? We can get within 4 kilometers there. That's not bad. In fact, we can get closer still. We can get a lot closer, actually. I think we can actually do this in pretty much one move. It's going to be a bit of a death dive because we're going to be very close to hitting. But I think we could potentially do this quite quickly. Right. And we have about 40 seconds. Do I start the burn with 40 seconds remaining? That's the question. Yeah, I think I do. Right. Let's, no, it's a 2-second burn. Right. Get on board with this. Let's see what we're going to do. 23 seconds. We're going to do this and try and get this as close as possible. Right, okay, here we go. Let's have a look. 12 seconds. Oh, do you get to see the burn? I'm not sure if you do. I'm not sure if you do, because I think we may be ending up yeah, I think the episode is going to end just before I start firing the engines. So from me, until next time, have a great one.